Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we have kind of some random and unexpected Ninjago news to talk about. Now, this involves the Ninjago book known as Secret World of the Ninja, New Edition. I've talked about this book before when it came out. This book came out last year, basically documenting some key parts of the Ninjago TV series, but one of the more special things about this book was that it came with a minifigure, that of course being the Samurai Lloyd figure, which I do really enjoy, and I do have this book, I do have that minifigure, but newer editions of the book seem to include a different minifigure instead. Now, a couple of you guys sent this my way over on Twitter. Apparently newer versions of the book showing up specifically in UK territories include the Elemental Kimono Lloyd minifigure instead of the Samurai Lloyd minifigure. Now, this figure making a comeback after all this time is quite surprising, and in my opinion, that is a pretty big deal. Now, for those that might not be aware, this specific Lloyd minifigure was only released way back in the day in October of 2012 in the Ninjago Character Encyclopedia. This figure is canon, and it is very sought after, having only appeared, like I said, in that book. And now, it baffles me that 12 years later, we are getting this figure again in one of the more recent Ninjago books. But how and why? Well, it is worth mentioning that both books are made by the same company, that company of course being DK, who has made Ninjago books like this for years. My best guess is that maybe they ran out of Samurai Lloyd minifigures to include in various reprints of the book that were produced later on in production and not at launch, and since they did not have any Samurai Lloyd minifigures to include in the book anymore, well, maybe they still had an abundance of Kimono Lloyd minifigures left over from 2012. I'm struggling to find any other scenario where this figure being here makes sense. Now, do I think this is a bad thing? By no means do I think this is a bad thing. I mean, sure, if this is going to be a regular thing with reprints of the book, then you might have missed out on the Samurai Lloyd minifigure the first time around, but that figure is still available on Bricklink as of right now, and again, it's not like original copies of this book are sold out. You can still find them pretty easily online if you wanted the Samurai Lloyd minifigure, or like I said, you could always turn to Bricklink and buy it separately through third-party sellers. And honestly, that's the only negative that I could see here. It greatly devalues as well the Kimono Lloyd minifigure because it's in circulation more now, thus making it easier for Ninjago fans to get that figure and making it cheaper for Ninjago fans to acquire it for their own collection. By no means is the Kimono Lloyd minifigure expensive, at least when compared to other more expensive Ninjago minifigures out there, but it's definitely not the cheapest thing ever, so having it show up more in reprints of this book, again, that will devalue the figure and make it easier for Ninjago fans to add it to their own collections, today at least. But of course, like I said, I'm very curious to see where this goes from here, and I'm very excited to see whether or not I can find a copy of the Kimono Lloyd rendition of this book at some point in the future. So leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. Like I said, kind of a random little news drop today, but sometimes strange things like this happen, and I do want to talk about it like everyone else. So leave all of your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. If you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.